Hello guys and welcome to my channel, and today I am going to tell you guys what I think are the 5 worst aspects to have in a natal chart. Every single aspect has its own unique influence on the individual. However, some aspects have a bit more of a serious influence than what other ones do. Today I'm going to tell you guys what I think the more negative aspects are. Number 1, the moon in Scorpio. Natives who have the moon in Scorpio have an incredibly intense, turbulent and dramatic inner world. Their emotions are so strong. Their emotions are way more powerful and intense than what your average person is. And this can cause the native to actually become quite overwhelmed and get quite lost within their emotions. Emotions such as stress, fear, anxiety, and depression can be crippling to these people. It can actually cause them to not take action and to not do things in life that allows them to succeed. If a person with a Scorpio moon does not figure out healthy ways for them to channel their emotions and to release their emotions and deal with their emotions, it will be very difficult for them to actually do good within their life and to actually succeed in their life, because they're constantly being overwhelmed by their own negative emotion that stops them from doing things. Natives with the moon in Scorpio have the ability to become some of the most powerful people in this world. But before they can actually become powerful and actually succeed within their lives, they have so many inner emotional and mental challenges within themselves that they need to overcome. The thing is that these natives create mental obstacles for themselves. They allow their emotions to get the better of them, and they invent scenarios and situations and thoughts in their head that causes them to feel negative emotions, think negative thoughts, and through that they never actually proceed with action and they never actually succeed. So in order for a Scorpio moon native to become successful, they have to overcome so much inner turmoil and inner chaos within their life. Number 2, Jupiter conjunct Chiron. Chiron represents your inner wounds, and when a person has Jupiter in a conjunction with Chiron, it will be a person that will want to change the world. They believe that they have been put here to save the world and to make a significant impact in this world. They have very strong values, they have very strong beliefs, and their vision of what the world should be is based on their values and their beliefs. So like I said, they have a way that they see the world, and they believe that everything should be this way and that they are the one that needs to make the world this way. The thing is, because the vision this native has is based on their personal beliefs, on their personal values, the vision that they have might not necessarily be what's best for everyone else and what everyone else needs. The vision they have is more what they need and what they think is right for the world. Now, these natives can be quite tricky to deal with because they kind of always believe that they're right, and they always believe that they know the answers to everything. No matter how much reason you try and speak into their head, they still believe that they are right, what they believe in is right, and they are meant to implement these changes in the world and in society. Number 3, the Sun opposite or square Pluto. The opposition is worse than the square, however the square does also have a negative impact. Natives with their Sun in a negative aspect to Pluto are people that do not want to change. These are the people that prefer to remain victims of society. They struggle to deal with external changes in their environment, and they oppose and reject any external changes. They also oppose and reject any internal change within themselves. So these people will remain stuck in their negative way of thinking, in their negative thoughts, their negative beliefs, and just their negative way of doing things throughout their entire life, and they will not do anything to change themselves for the better. These people can really be extreme negative Nancys. They always see the worst in a situation, and the thing is, they're not willing to do anything to change the bad situation. They'll rather just complain and complain about how everything is wrong and how everything is bad, and they won't actually make a change to improve it. This is a tricky aspect because if these natives do not learn to go through internal change within their lives, if they do not learn to change themselves, to progress themselves in life, they can get stuck in a rut, and they can basically be stuck in the same place their entire life because they never ever progress or change themselves. Number 4, the black moon Lilith opposite or square Pluto. Yet again, the opposition is worse than the square, but the square does have quite the impact. These natives are people who cannot really differentiate between what's right and what's wrong. These natives will pursue and proceed really negative actions and really negative things in their life, and they do not actually realize what a negative impact it has on them and their life. So these people can have incredibly negative, bad sexual behaviors. These people can do really bad things such as steal, lie, act violently, because it's very difficult for them to separate the good side inside themselves and the bad side. These people feed into the bad sides within themselves. Natives with these placements can have incredibly bad reputations because they actually proceed to do things that are incredibly demoralizing towards them. Like I said, it's very tricky for these natives to differentiate between what's good and bad, what's right and wrong, and good and evil. They will have to go through very challenging lessons and hardships in their life so that they can differentiate between what is right and what is wrong, and so that they can learn not to feed into and not to give energy to the darker side within them. In their early lives, these people can be incredibly rebellious, and they can make incredibly bad decisions that can possibly land them in jail or something along those lines. Number 5, Mars in Libra. Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of your willpower. So it represents how you actually go ahead and do something, how you go ahead and act. When Mars is in Libra, the sign of partnership and the sign of justice and peace, it is very difficult for the native to make decisions in their life. These people can weigh out the options between the different decisions they need to make so much that they never ever make a decision. These people also struggle to make a decision on their own, and they always need to have other people that they go to, that they talk to, and they will likely base their decision on what another person has told them. These natives struggle to know what it is they need to do. They struggle to decide what to do in their life. These people are forever procrastinating. They're always saying they're going to do something, but they never ever do it. And the reason they don't do it is because they fear to actually do it. They fear to take that chance and to proceed and actually get it done. People with a Mars in Libra need a very strong push in order to actually get a task done or to get something done. And if the Mars in Libra person does not get help from other people, if they have to do it alone, they will struggle, they will cry, and they will start freaking out. Mars rules over Aries, which is the opposite sign of Libra, which represents independence. It represents assertive action. Now, you can imagine that Libra is the opposite of that. Libra lacks assertive action. Libra lacks independence. Now, when the planet of action is in the sign that lacks assertive action, you can imagine how tricky it can be for these individuals. They are too fearful to proceed with action. The reason they are so fearful is because they're scared things go wrong, and they're scared they're gonna have to deal with the disharmony around them when things go wrong, because they mainly need to be in an environment that is filled with peace and harmony. They cannot stand chaos and disarray. Okay, and then I have a bonus aspect for you guys, which is Mars square or opposite Saturn. Natives who have a negative aspect between their Mars and their Saturn are people that are constantly facing and coming up with obstacles in their life that actually stop them from doing anything. It could be that external influences are such for these natives that they just do not have any opportunities or any chance to actually make something of themselves, and their life is just a little bit unlucky. Or it could be that the native themselves creates so many mental obstacles that they never actually proceed to do anything. The thing is, this aspect is a bit different to Mars in Libra because these natives are able to do things on their own. They are able to be independent. Granted that the Mars is not in Libra, but they are just constantly creating so many obstacles and so many challenges in their mind that stops them from actually getting things done. So they will have a goal and a dream in mind. However, they will constantly be coming up with excuses why they cannot pursue this goal and dream. Okay guys, so this is my video on what I think are the 5 worst aspects to have in a natal chart. If you guys have anything to add, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see some more astrology content, then subscribe to my channel. I also added the link to my Patreon in the description to this video if you want to become a Patreon. And I also added links to my social media if you want to follow me. I'll see you guys next time.